Hello, this is Oddly Feral Tarot. Just gonna do a general energy read this morning, just to see what's going on. I'm using the Shadowland Tarot deck, and we're gonna hop right in. Let's see what falls out. All right, the Knight of Wands. This is a card, usually a warning, and it's very, if you look at it very thoroughly. The Knight of Wands usually represents an energy of someone who is temporary, like their intentions are lustful. This usually represents that player energy, someone coming in to fulfill their needs and usually not yours. Let's see what other cards come out to clarify this Knight of Wands. We have the High Priestess. Oof, that's a really strong card. That shows that you are aware of what's going on or what's coming in towards you. And proceed with caution with this Knight of Wands, because they could just be coming in to drain you of your energy. And I also pulled the Empress. So we have the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Empress. The Empress is usually very abundant, very beautiful, very independent in her own way, needing nothing from anyone to self-sustain or to be who she is authentically. She is the giver of life, love, and abundance. So let's dive into this reading here. It looks like the Knight of Wands, like I said, is that draining player energy that comes along whenever they see that you found peace and abundance within yourself. You could have recently moved on from a relationship that felt like it was not reciprocal. You know, you were giving more than what you were receiving. And with the High Priestess energy, you'd either notice the pattern of the inconsistencies, and also with the Empress, that this Knight of Wands probably came in because they saw that you were abundant. They saw that you were very giving, very loving, and they wanted that without the responsibility of taking care of you. You see how abundant this Empress is? You know, the grass is green where you water it. You know, they usually say that they thought the grass was greener on the other side. It's not. It's not. The grass is green where you water it. The grass is green where you take care of it. And with this combination, the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Empress, you saw what was going on. And it looks like you walked away in peace. Yeah, don't go back. Don't go back there. This person is only waiting, and I say this with love. They're waiting to finish you off and to use you for what they can get, and then they're gone. Yeah, use your discernment. Use your ability to see through this player. You see how the wind's blowing? He's not here for a long time. He's here for a good time. Yeah. So the High Priestess and the Empress, you have everything you need. You stand by yourself, and the village that you already have that are caring for you, care for them. But keep this energy out. I don't care if it's an ex-lover. I don't care if it's an ex-friend. I don't care if it's a family member that you notice only comes around when they need something but can't be there for you in your time of need. And all you need is a little moral support, a little encouragement. They can't give you that. So I suggest putting that Knight down, and remember, you are the High Priestess. You are the Empress. You're very abundant. You're very loving. You're very giving. Pour that love into yourself. Let's see here. Let's look into the Knight of Wands. Just for clarification, we're going to dive in and give you an exact understanding of the Knight of Wands. This card, this passionate and romantic knight, represents romance, fiery energy, and a love for adventure. Keyword: adventurer, wanderer, restless, romance, passion, determination, courageous, charisma. This card could also represent someone who's going to try by any means to come back. Everything, even if it's a past lover who you had to beg, they're going to pull out all the stops, loops, and bells to show you that they heard you the first time but couldn't they couldn't perform. They couldn't give you what you want. So now this is their way of throwing that fish hook out there. See if they can reel you in with everything that you asked them for the first time. They're not going to give you what you need. They're going to take from you and use you and leave you high and dry. It's like if they didn't finish you off the first time, oh, they're coming back to try. Close that door. Close that door. The shadow side of this is abandonment, clumsy, unromantic, cold, clinging, cowardly, and awkward. This message can indicate either you are in a situation in which courage and passion are required. There are definitely adventure waiting for you, complete with a possibility of a very romantic and passionate liaison. On the less romantic side, this is a time at your work that you need to add a little energy and charisma to your usual performance. Consider the passion you once had for your career and assess if you are developing skills and confidence or feeling diminished in your current job. You may encounter someone with a magnetic personality who brings excitement and messages, or you may be that person who loves to travel and has returned with photos and stories to share. If you experience difficult times, the Knight is asking you to draw upon your reserve of courage and tenacity to get you through. Now is the perfect time to allow yourself to be spontaneous and express your feelings. Think about what you would love to do more than anything and dive in. Directing your energies is the key as you set out on your quest so you don't wander off course. If this card indicates a significant other or a love interest, expect a fiery, passionate romance, but remember, the Knight doesn't like to get tied down and may not stay in one place for very long. Remember that following through with your promises is exceedingly important and not to back out or leave when commitment is required. See what I said about that player card? They're here for a good time, not a long time. Facing the current challenge quickly and with charismatic charm will help you pull through easily. Physically, the Knight of Wands is indicating that you are or will be enjoying good health, energy, and vitality. Financially, you are being given the green light to enjoy some of your hard-earned cash while you have the energy. In love, you're going to experience a passionate love affair and adventure. If you're currently in a relationship, this will be a time to renew fire and excitement with your partner. Reflection. What adventure awaits me? Is it a time to change my situation? Where does my passion truly lie? What do I hope to find when traveling? Where does my heart lead my feet? So that Knight of Wands is a very passionate card. If you're already in a relationship, just remember to water the grass where you are. Take care of that person that you're with. Love them genuinely and authentically. If this is from an ex-lover, remember, they're here for a good time, not a long time. And this is, a general read. So if it's something that is already going good in your life, nurture it, care for it. But if it's something new that's coming in, be very cautious. Take your time. And just make sure that the energy is being reciprocated for you. Let's move on to the High Priestess. It's a very, very powerful card with the High Priestess because it's just reminding you that you are aware of what's going on around you and to not question your intuition. Just pay attention to the patterns of certain things and remember that you yourself are powerful. I share the reading for the High Priestess. I share secret and sacred knowledge passed down through the ages with those who will use this precious legacy wisely. The card. The High Priestess holds secrets and sacred knowledge in her book of shadows. She is the keeper of personal experience as well as knowledge shared and passed down through many generations so that the others may understand the world unseen. She is at home in nature and loves the mysteries of the universe, especially in the evening. The altars in her crown assists her with receiving and sharing sacred messages. Her broom is a staff and is symbolic of being an elder, a steward of the environment. The crescent moon she stands upon symbolizes the cycles of life, and the bat represents sacred journey and vision that manifests during the limitations of space of twilight. The limitation space of twilight. She stands between two trees, one lighter and one darker, as a reminder that balance, seemingly contradictory information or opinions, and the use of discretion and discern the value of all points of view. Her orange cat is a familiar spirit who assists her on her journey and represents shape-shifting and magical realm. Keywords: arcane knowledge, intermediary advice, counsel, meditation, reflection. The shadow of this: secrets, magic, the unknown, metaphysics, psychic ability, the occult. Message: at this stage of your life, you have progress from manifesting the tangible skills of the magician and are now focusing on the intangible, esoteric, occult, or hidden realities of the inner self. This is a good time to hone any innate psychic ability and connect with earth-based spirituality and wisdom. Note the symbols and types of dream messages you are receiving and keep an ongoing journal. Intuition may rule over logic, so be prepared for symbols or messages to take, for messages that may not make sense but feel right. This is a good time to seek contemplative, personal time in the evening or early morning, away from the rush of everyday life, to understand the hidden realms more clearly. Dawn and twilight are liminal spaces, and therefore the preferred time to access and contemplate esoteric knowledge. The occult answers you seek may not be immediately forthcoming. You may wish to find a mentor at this time to assist you on your journey. Reciprocity and respect for arcane knowledge, and teachers or guides will assist you in understanding your own ability to ensure respectful use. Seek balance between both pursuing spirituality and allowing the universe to unfold and present you with opportunities. Information will appear in its own cycle and waxing and waning as the moon does, and you may receive symbolic messages during your daily routine. Pay attention to recurring themes, numbers, or animals, or any symbol you see throughout the day that may be revealed to you. This can indicate unknown or hidden health conditions. Ensure you receive examinations or any necessary testing that you may see is happening, so that you may see what is happening if you are experiencing recurring issues. Professions indicate by the high priestess include a job requiring a predisposition to history or hidden knowledge, such as historian, mediator, seer, tarot reader, or any spiritual counsel, advisor in a capacity, a criminology investigator, or geneticist. The reflections of the high priestess. What esoteric knowledge am I seeking? What does it mean to acquire knowledge respectfully and appropriately? Where do I look for this type of information? Do I feel attracted to or repelled by the unknown? How can I own and use my spiritual knowledge? So those are two good readings. Let's finish it up with the Empress, the abundant card. And with this, it says, I embody the nature and everlasting cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth. The card. After understanding the inner realms, the Empress is the next card on the journey. The Empress is captured as a dryad or tree spirit who represents birth, life, and death. She offers her body as a refuge for all life and represents all the cyclic in nature. As an earth mother, she is accepting and nurturing all the creatures and plants equally and invites flowers to bloom and bunnies to frolic as her feet, as readily as she welcomes the monsters and spiders in the Shadowland to join her. Keywords: birth, fertility, acceptance, nurturing, mother, nature, sensuality, cycle, reciprocity. The shadow: judgmental, cold, unyielding, unsupportive, death, man-made, rejection, and selfishness. The card indicates any hidden mother or mothering issues you may have. Are you looking to start a family right now? Perhaps you could sit down with your mother and discuss the past issues that are currently affecting your ideas of nurturing and family. This is a wonderful and full moment of fertility and creativity. You may be giving birth to many ideas and projects at this time, and as well as looking after children or contemplating a new baby. This is the excellent time to share your creative ability with others and perhaps mentor those who wish to follow a similar path. Your lack of artifice and your naturally grounded personality make you a welcome addition to any social gathering. You give and receive comfortably, but remember to balance input and output to ensure reciprocity in your current situation. Have you been looking after your basic needs and feeling grounded, or are you spending too much time being a mother to all and suffering the consequences? Nurturing is a wonderful thing as long as it is balanced. The Empress can help you acknowledge that at times relationships, children grow up, relationships end, and our loved ones pass on. Life contains perpetual highs and lows, and through it all we can call upon the healing energies of the Empress to help us embrace life cycles and go with the flow. The Empress can also represent ferocity as well as fragility of nature. Are you treating the land and its inhabitants with respect? Consider sustainability in the form of recycling energy and usage to help stop global warming and preserve our planet for future generations. In the terms of health, this can indicate that you need to listen to your body's cycle and ensure proper nutrition as well as rest and regular uninterrupted sleep. Professions indicated by the Empress include any job or career requiring grounding and nurturing personalities, such as childcare work, social work, zoologists, biologists, environmental activists, landscape working, naturalist, environmentalist, educator, nurse, doctor, herbalist, and massage therapy. The reflections of this card. Do I feel comfortable giving as well as receiving? How can I learn to embrace both beginnings and endings in my life? What does the word mother mean to me? How do I see growth and change in my life? What does my connection to nature look like? And that is the basis of this reading. I interpreted the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Empress. So remember to nurture the relationships that you are in and make sure that you're caring for yourself properly. And if you are dealing with a past relationship, whether it's romantic, a friendship, or a job, remember, don't go back to things that you had to fight your way out of. This is a card that indicates strong romance, but it's also a warning card to remember that old things coming back are only there for a good time, not a long time. Remember to water the grass that you have, not the grass that looks good. The High Priestess, remember, you're very intuitive. Use that knowledge to grow and be a better version of yourself. And with the Empress, remember to take care of yourself, take care of others, but ultimately remember that you matter. And everything that you're working towards, it'll happen. It's not a matter of how, it's a matter of when. You got this.